everyone, let's make another Christmas ornament. This one I did last year. So firstly I painted this plastic medallion with white paint, let it dry between each layer, and I was asked to do a tractor theme one for a boy. So I got this rice paper custom printed. I got the clip art from Etsy. Then I tear up the rice paper in a few places for better placement onto the medallion itself, applying a little bit of decoupage glue onto the ornament, and then placing my rice paper, making sure it's straight, and then with more decoupage glue I glued the rice paper from middle to outside. And when I saw, like here, wrinkle starts forming, I cut deeper into the rice paper so the wrinkle will disappear, and then I glued the rest on, and then I let it dry, of course. And after this was dry, it was time to paint the medallion, which I use acrylic paints for. And as you can see here, I even go inside the rice paper for better blending. So firstly I painted it all with, I think it was ivory paint, and I only painted the one half of the medallion because the other one we're gonna decorate different. And now with a dabber and white paint I am going over the ivory paint so it will become a little like snowy looking. And since on the rice paper itself there was like a blue, I painted the bottom half of the medallion in blue paint with a little bit of white as well, and I did it until I was satisfied with the outcome of how it looks. And then I continue working on it with some shading, and for this, as you know, the one who followed me know I'm doing it with small brush and my fingers. I do it with my fingers, as you can see here. So I did that, and then I was thinking, okay, let's paint. Okay, you know, no painter here. I am not a painter. I just try to like thinking what would be the image maybe when it continue. So I did paint a house on one side here. And yeah, I did it until I was again satisfied with the outcome. Of course, my paints were not the same shades like on the other house, but I don't think houses are supposed to be the same color, right? So I did that, and also I decorate the house like with greenery and such. And on the other side of this, I did some trees as well because I was like thinking, okay, some more trees. It needs some more trees. And here the same, I did it like shading and such until I was satisfied the way it looks. So I use green, I use white, I use another green. So it was like, okay, until I was like somehow satisfied the way it looks. So small tree as well. And again, no painter here, so any painter out there, please forgive me. I'm just doing my best. And then with a small brush, a little bit of paint and water, I apply dots like it was snowing or something like that. You can see there. So okay, my tractor is dry. And now it's time for my trusty decoupage glue, glitter one, which I applied and then let it dry, of course, making sure no excess. And after this, I use pouring glaze for sealing my ornament, and I applied up to 4 layers of this. Of course, let it dry between each layer for a nice shiny look. And now onto the other side of my ornament, and this is what I use: a stencil, some molds, air drying clay, and such. And I was asked to, like, put some stuff in there, so I did my best. And here you can see I am applying the stencil onto the clay. I roll out the clay pretty thin so it will not crack upon drying, and you can even put it in fridge so it will not crack, it will dry slowly. And now I am gluing it onto my ornament. I am not sure what was there. I think I am not sure what was there. There was something in there. And then I took the excess off, put a border on it. Of course, everything was glued with express glue from Pentard, so I glued it all the way around, making sure it's straight, and then I was asked to put like pops in there because it was like for a grandson, and it should say like the grandson's drives this tractor with his pops, so I was asked to put it there as well. This is a cookie cutter, and I just could, cut it out, making a cute little tag. And now here is a tree because there was a Christmas tree on the other side, so I did that. And other stuff I glued there as well, thinking, okay, it's a farmer something inspired ornament, so yeah, it's Christmassy, but still it should be like a farmer one. So okay, see, glue is get out, get out. It doesn't want to get out. Okay, so I'm gluing this little piece here, and onto it I put like poinsettia flowers, some ornament, and garden stuff, like, so I did that as well. So it is not, see, like Christmas theme, so of course you can put whatever you want on your ornament. This is just give you an idea. If you get like asked somebody, it can be done. You can done like you can do a custom made ornament for your customers. So now I'm gluing my handmade tag like here, and then I took this, I'm not sure what is it called, there is like around, stuff. I think it's for baking, well, but I do not bake, so I'm using it for my stuff, for my clay and such. And then on top I glued 2 bows, and then I let everything dry. After it was dry, of course, the clay, I painted everything again in ivory paint, and then I'm not sure, I don't think I took any excess of the paint, which I usually do. I don't think I did it here. I just painted it, and then I, paint over with some other paints, like here you can see the green one for the tree, And here I did took the excess off with wet towel before drying. So yes, here I did it, but as you can see on the other stuff I did not. I just let it be like that. And now, yeah, painting, painting, painting. And here, so my saying or my pops will become visible. I applied black paint and it stayed in there inside. And now it's time to seal my clay part, which I use matte varnish. Of course, glossy one can be used as well, and then I let it all dry. And if you like this kind of videos, please do subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Please do give me a nice comment or a thumbs up. And here I am using 3D glue, which you apply and then you let it dry until it becomes transparent. And this is glue for metallic foil and such. And here I'm using the metallic foil, and as you can see it only sticks where my glue was. So I did apply, I think there were dots and stars, so I did it on there. And then for a little bit of accent also on the poinsettia and my ornament and such. And then I took the excess off with soft brush, clean it up nicely, and you can even use it over and over. I mean, you can put this little bit of foil into a container and use it next time. And now for a little bit of snowy look, I applied snow pen. And if you want more glitter, you can like apply glitter into it when it's still wet. You can do that as well, so you can apply a little bit of glitter. So I did that with this snow pen. And technically I think that's all I did on this ornament. And here it is all finished, a cute red tractor with pop saying as it was custom made. Until next time, bye.